Hello! Hello! Welcome to another stream. Another dev stream. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully. Let's see. The volume seems to be alright, but I don't know. It's a bit difficult to say beforehand. Because I reworked like the whole audio system today. And yesterday, like for the stream. But from my own testing, it should work now. It's gonna make things a lot easier and also prevent annoying issues like yesterday when I tried to open my browser and there was no sound coming through. It should work to mitigate that, but yeah. I still haven't fixed the emoji issue though, so yeah. Multiple emojis, specifically YouTube emojis, will cause some issues in the chat, but what can you do? Let's see, I'm gonna select that. Alright. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. I'll be right back. Sorry. Testing. So that's still coming through. Well, whatever. Alright, I am back. So, let's get right into it, I think. It's been a couple of days since we last worked on this project. I don't actually remember what we were doing, like in the end. So I passed along the forward method. We probably worked on this one then. And so this can't be right. And we got the answer. You're absolutely right to be suspicious. Your intuition is serving you well. You have successfully written the self-attention logic Q.K, but it is currently clashing with the old averaging logic we wrote earlier. Let's look at 3 specific issues in this code snippet. The overwrite, you spend lines creating a nice masked way at the top. Yeah. And way stood for weights, I think, but it wasn't referring to the weights themselves, right? Let's go back a bit further. What were we actually doing here? The fix is one thing, but we're probably too far back now. So we're defining the head size and stuff like that. I guess we could just ask. Haven't implemented your latest fix yet, but just came back from a couple days of taking a break. Can you please refresh my memory of what we were doing? That should hopefully give us some clues. Some good clues, because I don't know what's going on here. Or in essence I know what's going on, but not in practice. What am I even saying? I don't know. Okay, so welcome back. It is very easy to lose the thread with this stuff, so let's zoom out and reorientate ourselves. Hello Gojo. Confused cat, very confused. I am very confused. I'm so confused I even needed the AI to spell out what the hell is going on. That's how confused I am. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good... What is it today? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday. I'm so confused I don't even know the days of the week. Good? Nice. Nice. My day has been like, I don't know. Is it just me, or do you sometimes have like days where you're like slightly annoyed or irritated at like everything, but there's no like specific reason as to why? You just like wake up with a baseline level of irritation and it like stays with you for some time or perhaps all day. That's been my experience today. Like mildly annoyed at everything. And there's no like source to blame it on. Not that I'm like consciously aware of, but yeah. Oh right, I was reading. I'm so out of it today. The big picture. You are building a generative pre-trained transformer GPT from scratch. We started with a simple diagram model. Well, I know all this. Here, immediate steps. Or the bug we're fixing. Oh, wait, maybe the latest fix. Wait. Wait, maybe we should read from here. Random word of the hour. Chupacabra. 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 What is a chupacabra? The chupacabra is a legendary creature in folklore of parts of the Americas, known for attacking and drinking the blood of livestock like goats. The name is Spanish for goat sucker. Bro, why did you have to pick such a weird word? That's kind of freaky. That's actually kind of freaky. It's like a bat dog. A very normal animal. Yeah. But it sounds cool. Chupacabra. What kind of animal am I thinking about that sounds kind of familiar? I think it ends with cabra as well. Oh my god. I have it on the tip of my tongue. It's like a small mammal, I think. But it's an actual animal. I don't know, man. Wombat? No, I'm not thinking of wombat, but it's similar, I guess. Wombat. Australia. Man, Australia has all the crazy animals. It's like Australia is the level 70 plus zone, while the rest of the world is like level 10 to level 30. And they also have like the arachnid DLC. Platypus. Tasmanian devil. Aren't Tasmanian devils extinct? Tasmanian devil. No. Which is it? Kind of dog-like. Wolverines are vicious. Opossums are such derps. I don't know what animal I was thinking about, but... Wait, Kuka is trending. Why is this trending? I guess they're cute. Maybe they're always trending. Asparagus. Why are you talking about vegetables? Wait, is there an animal called asparagus as well? Nah. Asparagus beetle. Extinct. Oh my god, I can spell extinct. Why? There we go. Tiger dog. Tasmanian tiger was it? Not Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian tiger. That was what I thought about. Tasmanian tiger. They look kind of funky. Do I think I read somewhere that scientists are trying to bring it back, like with samples or something? I meant vegetable. I never liked asparagus. I don't hate them, but some people love asparagus. Like they absolutely love them. Like that was my experience with my family when growing up. Like the rest of my family would always like fight over the asparagus, and I was like, it's only a vegetable. Come on, guys. Come on. It's also a bit stringy. I don't know. It's usually stringy or too soft. Deconstruction Zone, the latest fix. We were in the middle of writing the forward pass to implement self-attention. The goal, instead of just averaging all characters, which washes out the details, we want each character to choose which past character are interesting to it. Right, I do remember something about that. The search engine analogy. Query Q, I am vowel. I am looking for a consonant prefix. What the token wants. Or is it the current token or the previous token? It has to be the... Huh? Key, okay. I am a consonant. What the token offers. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is the current one and want the consonant prefix. And if the token offers the consonant, it's happy, probably. Here are my features, the actual content to be passed along, okay. Summarizing all the aspects of the quintessence of the object, I come to a fundamental conclusion. True. If you run the calculations, it all points to 42. It's very true, man. All of this is true. Trust the AI. It will never lead you wrong. Never. I mean, people always talk about like how much hallucination a large language model does. But we never like compare it to a human. Because if you were to like ask a human questions about this many like broad subjects, a human would, if the human had to answer, it would hallucinate so much more. Like it's very impressive how much or how accurate the large language model actually is. We never really think about it that way because we like expect information from outside to always be accurate. Or that's a poor way of saying it, but when we read like sources like this, we kind of expect it to be at least fact-checked. But it's seldom we do like fact-check a random person. Do you remember the old Google Overview AI when it just told people random stuff from Reddit, like it's healthy to eat 3 to 4 rocks a day? I do remember that. And they also like recommended smoking like, I don't know, it was like 7 cigarettes per day if you were pregnant and stuff like that. It was crazy. I guess the moral of the story is like the data you train on is as important as everything else. The same as a human, I suppose. Teach a human like shitty knowledge and they will have shitty knowledge. That's just how it goes. Though a human can reason, and even though I've seen like small aspects of reasoning from like their more deep think models, there are sometimes like enormous logic leaps still. Though you could say the same for people, so I don't know. I feel like people are like undervaluing like how far AI has come. Because as you say, like, it wasn't that long ago that Google like recommended people eating rocks. And even though that could happen today, if you like frame a question in a very specific way, it will be much rarer. Much rarer. Okay. I'm just like zoning out. I'm staring at the text and not reading a single word. The bug we are fixing. In your last code attempt, the logic was clashing. You calculated the attention scores q.k, so question.key. But you accidentally deleted the mask, allowing the model to cheat and see the future. Forgot to use the values v, so the model was paying attention but fetching the wrong data. Forgot to use softmax, so that math wasn't stable. Well, that's not good. Typed the message, but it didn't show it to you. It is readable in YouTube chat, but not in the video. I can't even see it. It's probably... let's see. Can I go to... How the hell do I get to the... No, I can't see it. Yeah, it's probably like the auto moderation. For me, I can see, okay, I'm gonna read your messages here. I can see, I meant vegetables, but okay. Summarizing all the aspects of the quintessence of the subject, I've come to a fundamental conclusion. Do you remember the old Google overview AI? And then type the message, but it didn't show it to you. It is readable in YouTube chat, but I can see it. Which is weird, I guess, but... wait. It got deleted. From YouTube chat too. Okay, that is weird. I mean, I've actually done some like moderation work, like on the... because there was like almost no moderation at all before. Maybe moderation? Yeah, it's for the moderation. It's due to the moderation, but unless you typed something pretty bad, it shouldn't have like grabbed that or prevented me from seeing it. Because YouTube is like sneaky like that. They often like hide the message instead of actually like warning the user like, hey, you can't type that, or hey, you're being a bad boy. They don't say that. They simply hide the message from the broadcaster and from the chatter as well. So bad boy. You can try typing it again. I don't think... Unless you like spam bad things, I don't think you can even get like automatically banned from a YouTube broadcast. I don't think so. So you can try typing it again, even maybe using different words or something, because it might have been like one specific word that got automatically flagged. Because I have like before I had no moderation on, like 0. Now I have like the lowest setting for YouTube. I think the only thing that it should prevent is like hate speech and self-harm maybe, or like instigating violence and stuff like that. But I can't see you like doing hate speech randomly. Did you try to write something? Because if that's the case, then I didn't see it. Because now I had the YouTube chat open as well, or I had my stream open on YouTube as well, and I couldn't see it there even for a second. So can you copy and paste it in Discord? I want to see what you wrote. A screenshot works as well. My blackberry and cream tea is almost at an end. I have like a few more portions left. It's so sad. Oh, here we got something. Oh. Okay, yeah. It's probably because when you write it like that, even though it's obvious to me, like you're just making an example, I guess the AI interprets that as you actually promoting self-harm. Okay. I can see why the auto moderation grabbed that message, even though it's completely harmless. It makes sense why. Because it looks like, if you just glance at it, it basically looks like you're telling people with depression to jump off a bridge. But that's not what you're telling them. That's not what you wrote. You made a joke about the kind of answer an AI might give someone. Because that was relevant to what we talked about before. With the language models and all of that, with their hallucinations and the rocks eating and all of that. Because AI language models did, at one point, provide a lot of self-harm suggestions. It is kind of ironic, though, that the AI moderation is kind of silencing you. It's like, no, bro, don't mention that. That didn't happen. Don't mention it. Top secret. So, and I can see you tried like to I forgot what you call that when you like replace letters with other symbols and stuff like that to like get around like the hard-coded banning of words. But nowadays, man, they use language models to like parse the meaning of the messages anyways. So it's actually pretty difficult to get around like the AI. Though this was well, censored by me. This was definitely a mistake on YouTube's part. They shouldn't have censored that message. But it was close enough that I can see why it got confused, and acting on the safe side, it decided to censor it instead of not censoring it. Which is understandable. It's understandable, even though it was wrong. But there's no like moderation page that I can see where it held your messages. Because otherwise it might have simply held the messages for me to like approve, but I didn't see that, so I don't know. Honestly, well, have a great day. Oh, you're leaving? Okay. You take care. Meme, okay. Why are you janking my chain like that? Man. You're scaring me. Okay. Be like that. Just kidding. Alright. No. How could this happen to me? Cheers. Do you like tea? Random question. But I'm really curious now. Do you like tea? Cheers is your catchphrase now? I never thought about it like that, but sure. Not much. Oh, why? Why? Tea is such a nice drink. No, I didn't like tea when I was very young. I actually liked coffee before I liked tea. And then I started liking tea more than coffee. Coffee is fine, but there's so many flavors. Though I suppose some people think tea is too bitter. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. This coding project is nothing but a mistake. Oh my god, I'm so swamped. My head is swimming with confusion. And I wanna hear you say, I want tea this way. Man. What do you like to drink if you don't like tea? Are you like a all natural water guy, or are you like Coke all day every day? Dehydrated water. Have you tried thick water? You might like that. Immediate next steps. We need to rewrite the middle block of your forward method to connect these wires correctly. Calculate Q, K, and V. Compute affinities. Compute affinity way equals Q dot K dot transpose. We don't have that, do we? We do not. Mask the future tokens using negative infinite. Softmax the results to get probabilities. Aggregate the context using way.v. When you're ready, just say the word, we can write that code block. I'm still not entirely sure, but alright. Let's go! Woo! Wait. Are you saying that it blocked your message when you typed milk and water? Because if that's the case, then I will have to like get rid of the auto moderation, because that's too much. Let's see. Maybe just a bug. Maybe, but it's annoying. Wouldn't you agree? Can I even do that? Let's see, community moderation. Messages in your live chat. Moderation is on basic. None. Right, none. Hopefully this will still update for this stream. Otherwise, that's a lesson for next stream. React, bro. Man. These kickbots, man. I don't know what to do, man. I have implemented like bot detection on Kick, but they still manage to sneak around somehow. Somehow they still manage to do it. Though, to be fair, that's a new type of message. Sneaky boys, yeah. They are very sneaky. Not to mention that they are probably using LLMs themselves to like update their messages on intervals, so no matter what you do, it's always gonna be like not a preventative measure, but what do you call something that's not preventative, but like something you do after, like not a remedy, maybe you can say a remedial. it's always gonna be a remedial effort. It's the same as like a computer virus and an antivirus. Like you can't build an antivirus that will catch every computer virus that's ever gonna be created. You have to build like a antivirus, and then when a system gets exposed to a virus, then you use the data to improve the antivirus. But you're always gonna be like behind the people with nefarious intentions. You're never gonna get ahead of them completely. They're always gonna find ways to circumvent it, and then you will need to patch those gaps afterwards. I hope I made my meaning clearer. My English is not that advanced to find words for this. I can understand pretty advanced English when I read it. But that's because I've read so much. So my brain automatically like makes the connections. But when I speak, it's so much more difficult. Like there's such a large gap between reading something and understanding it, and actually writing or, God forbid, speaking. Some people have a very easy time speaking English and then having a harder time like writing. I'm the other way around. I find it much easier to write than to speak. Is it either or either? I'm guessing your question is either or either. I think that's only a matter of dialect. I think so. I think the correct, or quote-unquote correct way to say it is either. For me, it's... I'm guessing you mean either, otherwise you would have written like either like this. Or either, I guess. Either. Either. Because this is like either, this is either. Either, yeah. Though I think you can say... Can you say either as either or and also as either, like the pronunciation? Oh, that's a very difficult to spell word. I have no idea if it's even gonna get my meaning here. I mean with the sound of E. Either. Yes, absolutely. Both pronunciations are correct and widely used in English. Okay, yeah. So either, commonality. This is mostly common process in the United States. Oh. Okay. So it was the opposite of what I thought. Either. It starts with a long E sound rhyming with C, so either. Either. I think I switch between it like all the time. I think I say either sometimes and either sometimes. I use either one. I think I use both like an almost equal amount. I think so. Damn, why are... Oh wait, this is the same bot. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Can I? Okay, now that guy is banned. And that guy is banned. And that guy is banned. We're not friends anymore. Wrong pronunciation. This pronunciation is more common in British English, though either is also heard there. It's also used by some Americans, particularly in New England or in somewhat more formal context. Exactly. I'm just that educated, you know. Like, I'm so educated, I'm speaking British. I'm saying either that might. British. It starts with a long I sound rhyming with fly. The potato effect. You might know the famous song. Nope. You say either and I say either. Oh, this song highlights that neither version is wrong. Key takeaway. Okay. Use whatever the hell you want. Well. Guess we solved that mystery. I think I say either a bit more often, maybe. It all depends on context. Wow. Wow. What game will you play next? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I might wanna try some more of this, maybe. This was pretty fun, and it's been a while, and it's Python, so it's... Maybe I wanna do a bit more of that. Maybe some more Vampire Survivors, I'm not sure. I haven't played this yet, but it was so damn cheap, I just have to get it. I want to try this at one point. I wanted to try Titanfall 2 for I don't know, 10 years. I don't know how long it's even been out, but I've been wanting to try it for so long, and it was on sale for €3. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Rock Simulator, try it. You mean try Titanfall or try Rock Simulator? Rock Simulator. Well, it's not very expensive. Okay, what is going on? This is getting ridiculous. Why do all the bots find me today? Rock Simulator. I think I saw a post about this online. Become what you always imagined. A rock with no responsibilities, no debt, no worries. The only thing on your checklist is to exist and watch as time fades away. Also to become the golden rock. Were there... Rock Simulator... It even has a sequel, man. Rock Simulator 2 is a multiplayer meditative idle game for relaxation and discovery. Man, they're stretching so hard here. Starting the Hideaway, a peaceful retreat where you collect and appreciate nature's creations. Unwind with friends, shape your environment, and enjoy the quiet beauty of the world around you. You are just a rock. You don't move, don't speak, just vibe. I think there's even a multiplayer mode. Yeah. So they made the multiplayer mode version more expensive. Huh? They say it's similar to the Farm was replaced. What the hell? I do have a pretty extensive wish list of games I wanna try. Silksong, obviously. I wanna try Mega Bonk as well. Ball Pit. Mortal Sin looked pretty neat. final sentence I will probably buy whenever it releases next year. I haven't played Elden Ring, which some might say is a crime. And this also looked really good. Tides of Annihilation. That sounds kind of interested. I never played it. Void looked pretty cool. Path of Exile 2. Whenever it releases for free, probably. Because I don't want to like get into the live content loop where you need to like redo your progress. Like have your progress reset each season. That's annoying. Ooh, Cyberpunk is pretty good sale. Some more games here. Puzzle games are cool. Do I have a puzzle game here? Like pure puzzle. I think this is a puzzle game. Exploration, puzzle, pixel graphics. I just loved the aesthetic of this game. It looks so good. Like it looks really cool. So this might be a game worth trying. Like I like puzzle games as long as they're not too difficult. Like if they're on the level where you like need to look up the solutions online, then it's like, why am I even playing this? I mostly play two kinds of games, puzzles, and where you just walk around and listen to the story. Okay. I think my favorite types of games are like role-playing games, like Cyberpunk and like where do we have it? Oh, I don't have Witcher on this one, or Skyrim here. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2. I wanted to do it for a pretty long while as well, but it just never happened. I know two very difficult puzzle games. Baba Is You and The Talos Principle. Very different games, both puzzle and very hard. I have played The Talos Principle. The Talos Principle. This one. I have played this one. Though I played it in VR. I got pretty far. Not all the way. But I was probably like 90% done, perhaps. I think so. I think I remember it being like almost finished, but not entirely. It's cool. Yeah, like the atmosphere and all of that, and the music is excellent. It's excellent. But my VR headset broke, so I couldn't finish it. Perfecto. So annoying. Like I think the cable broke somehow. I think at least. Because it's one day, like I hadn't used it for like a couple of weeks. And then one day I tried it on again. It was a Valve Index. I loved it, like it was such a good VR headset. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, can I? But the cable probably broke because it stopped registering. So that's life, I guess. Oof. I do kind of want to get like the oh my god, what's it called? The Valve the Valve Steam frame, I think. Not Steam frame. This looks like this looks so damn good. Because we won't need the damn cable, which was probably like the faulty link in mine that broke. And it looks like so sleek. Though you don't get any headphones, so I guess that's a negative as well, but cheap viewers, I'm broke. I'm also pretty broke, so I say I want to get this. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it. I say I want to get it. Though I'd also like a Steam machine also, even though like I don't need it. I just think it's very cool. Like the engineering of it. Go buy the Lego Death Star. Is that expensive or something? Is this like some sort of... I think I actually need to go to Kick and add another hard-coded ban word. Oh. Because for some reason all the bots are getting through. Let's see. Moderation, banned. Okay, I added it. Hopefully it will stay gone. Hopefully. Okay. Wait. That's pounds. What's pounds to euro? Oh, it's almost 1-to-1, almost. So 900 pounds. 1,000 euros. For a Lego set. That's crazy. Lego Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. It's a bit cheaper. Though it's this is a large one probably, like the very large one. There seems to have a smaller one here. That's a 1/10 of the price, but still. Man, crazy. Though if you get it on Amazon, it seems to be a bit cheaper. Or a bit cheaper, it's 1/3 of the price, but still. Still, that's like 300 euros at the minimum for Lego. It's kind of tragic what happened to Lego, but I guess it was inevitable. Like people don't buy like toys to their kids anymore. Doesn't seem like it, at least. It's mostly touchscreens. It's so annoying that I still haven't fixed the chat. The chat message icon, the emote thing, yeah. Shelter in and chill with cat. Exactly. Chill with cat. Very nice emotes. Probably the best emotes. Cats, man. Cats are great. Alright, I was trying to do this. I've already forgotten where we were here. I said let's go right. Okay, it seems like that did not work. Seems I need to go into the block terms, and let's create one rephrase react bro, and let's set that to like so. Not a single emote showed, did it? Is that because of the comma? It's so difficult to catch all the damn emotes, but it seems to be mostly from YouTube we have this issue. Ooh. Duplicate, damn it. I'm gonna notepad. I'm gonna copy your message here, so I have it for later. Try to troubleshoot. You gotta go? Oh, sad. Well, you take care. And I'll see you on the next stream. See whatever game we're gonna play. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. This didn't work. Right. See you later, alligator. Wait. What is that tune from? Mana mana ba ba. That's the tune, okay. That was a good one, wasn't it? Right? Right? That was good, right? I do wonder where that phrase came from the beginning. Probably Florida. Sounds like a Floridian thing to say. It is kind of crazy that all of these bots get through, because I was certain that I'd set things up to get those bots. Let's see. Let's add this one as well. And just hope for the best. I'm gonna keep Bossabot open just to see if I need to add even more banned words or banned phrases. Alright. Alright. That was a good distraction by Gojo. A fun one. We talked about a lot of different stuff, but none of it was relevant to today's topic here. I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. Though, to be fair, my brain is cooked, so I'd probably still be stuck on the first step. Probably. Alright. I'm just moving my keyboard and stuff like that, so I can be prepared for any programming to be. Okay. Welcome back. It is completely normal to feel a bit rusty after a break. Let's get you back into the driver's seat. You are building the self-attention mechanism, the brain of the transformer. The 30-second refresh. Right now your model is trying to predict the next character the old way, by an average. I will just take the average of all previous characters. Blurry bad. Yup. It was really bad, as far as I remember. The new way, attention. I will look at the previous characters and decide which ones are... Wait, before I do that... Sorry for going back and forward all the time. But I just want to see... Oh. No, it seems like the... mod... I'll need to look into that later. Okay. That's not for now. Oh my god! Look at that! So now they are being timed out. Though I thought they would be... Oh my god. I hate that Kick automatically always has the unmute removed, so it's always like unmuted when you go into the website. I think there's no way for me to actually prevent those bots from showing up on the screen. At least not with the system I'm using right now. Alright, another thing to fix, it seems like. Yet another thing. It's never ending, is it? But at least it seems like my audio system is now working, at least. Hopefully. So... what else? The emotes need fixing, the bot detection on Kick needs fixing, and also to make sure that the bot messages don't reach my on-screen overlay either. Because that's the most annoying part. Because that's like platform that's beyond Kick. That affects YouTube and... well, not Twitch. Not yet, at least. But it affects everything else. Which is annoying. Very annoying. I do wonder what kind of video they're trying to get me to react to. Because it should... unless it's like a video that's gonna get me like banned because it shows violence or nudity or I don't know, something that isn't permissible to show on stream. If that's not the case, then it has to mean like whoever that link leads to probably bought bots to increase their views on a specific video. I almost want to see who that is. Like, who would pay for Kick bots to increase their viewership? I don't know. Ooh, here we have another one. Is it the same link? It is the same link. And there's so many bots Is it only me that's getting infected by this, or is it like the whole platform? This might be like a massive bot strike at the whole platform. I'm actually gonna check the link of stream. Because I'm curious. Oh, okay. So this is literally a self-promotion for buying bots. Okay. That makes very much sense. That makes a lot of sense. And a commenter. You are what's wrong with the streaming industry. Get a live. Well, I'm just gonna find another way to block that from my overlay. Oh wait, can I? Ooh, I know, I have a solution. A temporary solution even. Asbestos? What? What are you on about, Gojo? Asbestos? It's kind of crazy that there are like a lot of houses that still have asbestos, but they have no idea, like the people who live in them. Let's see, and wait, is that everything? I think so. If I add this to the banned words, I think now, even if they get through, yeah, I think I solved it. You will still be able to see like the bots, but not the message. Asbestos, the best solution, the solution to everything, to all of the worst problems. Just use asbestos. I probably need to refresh this one, don't I? Before it's gonna stick. I think so. Yeah. See? Now on the overlay, it's blocked at least somewhat. Not the best solution, but it worked. It worked. There was a meme in Poland about a parody from The Incredibles where Dash, the fast boy, was said to be pouring asbestos on something during a lesson. Oh. Yeah! Yeah! Fuck those bots, man. Fuck those bots. They used like asbestos as fake snow. I mean, that was just crazy. Like they practically bathed in asbestos. Pure asbestos. It made no sense because it's so popular. I think you're talking about the meme, right? Because asbestos was pretty good material, even though it was harmful as fuck. It made very good fake snow, and did you use asbestos as a like for isolation? I think so. You know the teacher meme, coincidence? I think not. Luckily no. Yeah. Coincidence? I think not. I mean, I know that the phrase coincidence, I think not, is a meme, but I've never seen like a specific meme. If that phrase has like an origin meme, then I haven't seen it. Wait, is it from The Incredibles as well? Oh, it's been such a long time since I saw that movie. But when I was little, I loved it. Like the first Incredibles. I don't know, I watched it so many times. And I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for the next... Like the next... the follow-up movie. And it never came. I got so mad. So damn mad. Then they released the second movie and... To be fair, it was pretty good. Yeah, the teacher was pretty angry. Oh, wait. It's that short guy, right? With the glasses and pretty bad hair, if I remember correctly. Short guy. I thought the same thing. Damn, look at all those bots going. I thought about typing it a second before you said it. Ah, okay. And the meme is him pointing at something looking angry. The bot's swearing so much. Yeah, there's a bunch of angry dudes over that kick. They're so mad. They're so mad at me. I don't know what I did. Oh, right. He's pointing at the CCTV or whatever it's called. Like the security footage. He shows a footage where the boy put something on his chair. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I do remember that now. So that's where the meme came from. Or the phrase. Coincidence? I think not. Man, it was such a good movie. Like the villain, the hero, the comedy, and the animation as well. For its time, it was very good, the animation. And we can't forget like the fan service. I mean, come on. You know that one scene when someone gets stuck? What is it called? The thing you use to stick something to a board, like a nail, but smaller and thinner. I guess you could call it a pin, but I don't know if that's the correct term for it. A pin to pin paper. Not paper fasteners, clips, pins. Pin. Is it called a pin? Okay, yeah, it's called a pin. Oh, there's a bunch of... Oh yeah, this is called a safety pin. And this is a normal or drawing pin. And these are either with plastic or metal. Yeah, and there's a bunch of different designs on pins. Like the safety pin is such an unappreciated invention. Like, imagine, like, at one point these guys didn't exist, and then some motherfucker simply went and just made this. And everyone was like, oh my god, that's so brilliant. What scene? You're trolling. You're trolling. There's like one scene that always gets memed for like the let's just say the fan service it provides. It's like the animators were so obvious with it as well. It's like even they acknowledged it as a like a fan service scene. But you know when what's her name? The stretchy lady. She has a, let's call it a well-endowed figure, and some spots are pretty tight to squeeze through, and yeah, it can cause some shenanigans to happen. Goon. I mean, I remember that scene so clearly in my mind, still to this day. Though I saw that movie like, I don't know. I surely saw that movie like... I almost want to say 10 times when I was younger, I don't know. A lot of times at least. We had it on a DVD. It was like one of those movies where I could like just play it and then disconnect mentally totally and just think about nothing and just exist. Yeah, you think about it and you look very closely. Goon. No, man. I don't think I was even like old enough to goon when that movie came out. Was I? I don't think so. Well, it doesn't matter. What the hell are we talking about? It was a good movie though. It was a good movie. And the follow-up was pretty good, but not as good as the first one. Like, oof, the opening sequence of The Incredibles, like... Well, not the opening sequence, but the sequence when he like realizes it's tied to the opening sequence, where you see like older superheroes that have disappeared. But like when Mr. Incredible finds the files to that, that's such a good scene. Such intensity. You ain't beating the allegations. Well, I'm beating something. And the last stream, Lasus talked about the Millable. He talked about some sort of mature beetle or bug, I don't know. I don't know, man. He said I'd changed my mind. He said I'd changed my mind whenever I saw it, when I played when I'll play Silksong, but we'll see, we'll see. I ain't looking it up at least. What are you beating? I am beating my head against the wall as I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to do today. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, that was totally what I meant. I didn't mean anything else. No, you're just imagining stuff. Stop being such a goon brain. Perfect gaslight. Gaslighting successful. Alright. Maybe I don't have 50 million power in Rise of the Kingdoms, but I have minus 12 IQ. What is the Rise of the Kingdoms? Is that the game or something? Rise of the Kingdoms. Ah, it's a mobile game. Lots of ads. I downloaded like Heyday, okay, a month ago, because I remember liking that game like way back, like way back, and I was like curious, like would I still like to play like that mobile game? And man, it's crazy how addicting it is. It was so addicting. I played it for like a week, and then I said no more. Like I spent maybe an hour a day playing fucking Heyday, and that's not a lot. It's not a lot, but still, that's an hour playing a game, like a mobile game that I actually don't care about. It was just like addicting to play. Rise of the Kingdoms had like hundreds of ads about people flexing about their PowerPoints and secret codes. It was popping up every third ad. What? I used to play Brawl Stars and Clash Royale a lot. Isn't Brawl Stars a Steam game? Brawl Stars. No, it's Brawlhalla. That's something else. I hate this. Like, Steam is usually on point with like the UI designs and stuff like that, with the like user experience, but I hate this automatically playing live thing that opens at like on subtitles. Like there's no reason for it to automatically load and open. Like who cares? Supercell mobile game. Supercell is a massive mobile game corporation. It's crazy. They're probably hating on Europe right now, as Europe is at least talking about limiting like the amount of microtransactions and stuff like that that can be present in games, and that's obviously gonna affect like mobile games that Supercell makes like the most. Like their whole business model is like to squeeze as much money as they possibly can from kids that don't know how to do math. I'll be right back. Ooh, we have another bot here. Interesting. Follow my Twitter. better. That's probably a good phrase. Though I can't ban that entirely, which is annoying. I can only do like so. And man, I need to fix that somehow. Well, whatever. Where was I? Okay, so the old way average is to take the average of all the previous characters, blurry bad, new way attention. I will look at the previous character and decide which ones are important to me. So we're gonna decide. Okay, that's a funny thing. Okay. We do this by using queries, keys, and values. Queries Q, what am I looking for? Key K, what I contain. Value V, the information I will pass to you if you like me. Implementation step by step. We need to write the middle chunk of your forward method. I will guide you through the 5 specific lines of code you need. Step 1. Generate the vectors. We take our input X, which holds the token plus position features. It does. Token X. It has our token embedding and position. And token embedding is simply the token passed through the embedding table or the embedding layer. Okay. And the position is the same, but it's the position of IDX, which we calculate by doing what exactly? We're getting the T dimension, the time dimension, or the row, I guess. No, the column, I guess. And then we're doing the pos IDX to torch.iRange 0t. What does this actually mean? Why are there so many bots on Kick today? There are usually not that many bots. I mean, it's normal to have like 1 or 2 show up at the stream, but this is like crazy. We've had like, I don't know, 20, 25 bots or something. I have forgotten why. Should I look into that? Now, you know what? Let's just move on and ignore that. Even though that's probably a bad idea. Let's just do that, because I feel like we need to make some progress. Some progress, even if it's minuscule. Okay. We take our input X, which holds the token plus position features, and pass it through the 3 layers you created in init. Self key, query value, which we do here. Right. I mean, we might as well, I guess, paste this. If that's of interest. Alright. And then step 2, calculate affinities scores. We calculate the match score between every query and every key using a dot product. Matrix multiplication. We need to transpose K so the dimensions align. Okay, so if we have the dimensions BT16 times B16T. Oh, right, we're switching those around. Like this, way equals... But this means that we're skipping, like we're overriding all of this. I think that's the issue here, isn't it? It doesn't say anything about that though. Q.K. It's weird though. This is a dot product, but this is called a dot. I don't know. Transpose. So we're switching the second to last dimension with the last dimension. We're switching the places with those. I think. Note we also typically scale by 1 divided by the root of head size. To keep number stable, usually times C times to the power of negative to minus 0.5, strictly speaking. I'm not even gonna question that. The no cheating mask. This is critical. We must hide the future. We create a triangular mask, 1 second in the past, 0 second in the future. Was it 1 step in the past? We replace all of the zeros with negative infinity, negative infinity. Why? Because softmax negative infinity becomes exactly 0. I guess we're gonna do that here. So trill equals torch.trill torch.ones TT. I don't know what that does though. Oh, I see why we're getting such strange instructions. I almost forgot about this. Almost. But can we... Wait, can we... We can edit this, but we cannot... Damn it. Damn it, we can't go... What if we do like that and then tools, guided learning. Wait, can we can only edit it? Oh my god. Let's see if that changes anything. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will take in the guided learning approach here. Because it's such a different thing, like how it presents stuff when you use guided learning and when you don't use it. I should have been more careful and done that in the beginning here, because now we might have actually poisoned the context a little bit. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna copy this. And it seems we're both a bit confused on where we are. Reference. Previous steps. And this code I'm about to give you. And then ask relevant questions on the latest steps we took to make sure I actually know what's going on. Only proceed with the next steps at that point. That might hopefully give us some better prompts or better answers. Because I feel like we're not getting the answers we're supposed to be getting at the moment. At least that's the feeling I'm having, but I don't know. That is a very smart move. Big brain, big brain, big brain. Come on. Rushing ahead when the code is in a broken or hybrid state is the fastest way to get completely lost. I have analyzed your code. You're currently in a transition phase between the bag of words averaging model and the self-attention model. Let's debug your understanding of the forward method. Look closely at these specific lines in your code. Go on. Seems like I'm gonna have to specifically block those or that term as well. It is kind of crazy that we're getting so many bots today. Alright. Now those should stop showing up at least. Alright, so back to this one. Lines 38 to 40. 38 to 40. That's the init. What the hell is going on here? 43 to 46. That's not the same either. I'm just gonna pretend these comments aren't there. It's probably hallucinating those. The question is why. Okay, so way towards... We do have these, right? We do here. Line 50 to line 52. So... Alright. I have 3 questions to check if you see what's happening here. The disappearing act in lines 30 to 40. Okay, that isn't correct, but still. You carefully create a masked normalized matrix called way. This was our old averaging logic. Then in line 47 you write way equals q. Okay, and here, okay, it's referencing this one. What happens to all that work you did in lines 38 to 40 or 50 to 52? Okay, one, it's entirely overwritten and wasted. Or written. Okay, then 2. The missing ingredient, you successfully calculate the values v on line 46. Values v, self-value x. But look at line, I'm not going to read the line, but x equals y at x. Are you actually using those v vectors you just created? Good question. No, it's never been used. The raw numbers, y is here. Y is calculated using the dot product q.k. These result in raw affinity scores, for example 15.4, minus 2.1, 0.0. If you want them to act like probabilities, where 100% of the attention is distributed across the row, what mathematical function are we missing? Int, we use it in the generate function too. Who generates? It's down. Softmax probably. Yeah, it's probably softmax. Okay, so number 2 here. Are you actually using the v vectors you just created? No. And 3. Softmax. Very basic answers, but the questions are very straight to the point as well. It doesn't ask us to provide an answer on how to fix it. Okay, spot on, you correctly identified all 3 issues. Overwriting the logic for masking needs to happen after we'll calculate the affinity scores, not before. Oh, so we still want it. Missing values. We were ignoring the specific information v the token wanted to share. Softmax, we need to convert those raw scores into probabilities, so this sum to 1. The blueprint scale.product attention. We are implementing this standard attention mechanism used in all transformers. It follows a specific flow. Dot product of 2 unit vectors. Okay, this makes no sense here for me, but okay. Here is the step-by-step logic we need to write inside your forward method to fix those bugs. Calculate raw scores. Y equals q.k.transpose result a grid of raw affinity scores. Okay, scale optional, but recommended. Divide y by the square root of the head size. Okay, where were we supposed to do that though? Guess we can do it after. Y equals y. Times head size. Wait, we don't have that as a... I guess we need to... Should we? This is difficult. Or can we do self dot head size? No, we have LM head here, but that's not the same. It's a linear layer, and it has the number of embedding dimensions and the vocab size. It doesn't have... What if we were to do self dot head size equals head size? I feel like that we should also put that almost at the top. And then we can also... Where were we? We simply do head size here. No. We need to do self.head size. To the power of negative 0.5, was it? Why? This prevents the scores from getting too huge, which would make softmax spiky and hard to train. Okay. I guess we don't want too much variance. Use masked fill to set the future positions to negative infinite. Note you need to create the trill matrix right here inside forward since t changes. We do use trill here. Softmax applies, f softmax way dim 1. So y equals y f dot softmax. Aggregate multiply the probabilities by the values. Hello Makarov. Hello. How's it going? What are you programming? I'm trying to build an LLM or an AI, a neural network, whatever you want to call it. And I'm using Gemini here to help me do it as a teacher. Whoa. Yeah, it's going slowly. It's probably the best word to say so. Professional programmer? I'm not a professional programmer. No. I have studied some C#, but this is Python, another language, and when I started streaming and doing the programming streams, I was entirely fresh to Python. So I've been working on this for like, how long now? 3 months? Something like that, I think. Maybe longer. On and off. When I don't play games. I used to be a junior Android developer. That's it. Oh, did the AI boom destroy your career prospects? Or did you like change field because you didn't like it, or? No, I quit much sooner. Changed because of reasons, okay. Yeah, I actually studied for game development. I had such an interest in game development. And I still do to some degree, but the school I went to managed to entirely kill my interest in it because the school was awful. Like absolutely awful. I knew more about game development when I started there than I knew when I graduated. So after that I went into IT and worked that for a couple of years. I kind of want to do some more game development at some point, but I've never like found the time to do it. I had Unity game devs as colleagues. But if you did more like standard Android stuff, then you worked with Java, right? Isn't Android mostly Java? Oh wait, no, maybe it isn't. Why did I make that connection? Yeah, Java at first and then migrated to Kotlin. Right. They do have other languages as well, but Java is still the big dog inside the Android ecosystem. It is kind of crazy how much power Oracle has with the Java programming language. What is Kotlin though? Kotlin language. Cross-platform statistically typed general purpose high-level programming language with type inference. Inference or inference, I don't know. Kotlin is designed to interoperate fully with Java and the JVM, Java Virtual Machine version, I think, of Kotlin standard library depends on Java class library. Okay, so it's like a sub language of Java? Kotlin is like Python for Android. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Programming language by JetBrains. Okay. Like it's easier to learn and works with Java stuff. I think, isn't Java and Python like the most used programming languages nowadays? I think so. And also like the most well-paid programming languages as well. Like real experts in Java and Python can do some incredible stuff. I think so, at least. The closest I ever came to doing like Java programming was like modding Minecraft. But that was more like me downloading mods and maybe fixing some arguments at some point if something broke, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, probably the most well-paid. Even C++ is still valuable. Even C++ is still valuable these days. Yeah, but C++ is like... I think C++ is like the gold standard for like cross-platform game development, I think. I think Unreal Engine has C++ support. I'm not sure, I don't think Unity has it. Maybe it has some support, but not like really good support for it. But most studios use their own engines with like dedicated C++ support, simply to be able to cross-platform distribute. I'm still like I still can't believe how Microsoft can kind of mismanage like their C++ version of Minecraft. Like the Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Like they make Minecraft in Java originally. And then everything works as it should. And then they make a C++ version which should arguably run much smoother and have less bugs and everything if it's done properly. And it's just a shitstorm. I just don't understand how. Also said I missed your Grim stream. Yeah. That was a fun stream. I do keep all the VODs on YouTube. Twitch always deletes older VODs. Like after a week or something. They're very, very fast on deleting VODs on Twitch. I think you need to be like partnered and stuff like that to be able to even have like more than 1 week, like maybe 2 weeks of like VOD storage. While on YouTube it's like store them however long you want. I don't know how Google can afford to store all that. Though I suppose it's data. Google loves data. They love it. He's my favorite boss in Hollow Knight. I'm not gonna lie, I only fought him once. And even though Nightmare King Grim was like mad difficult, it was probably the most fun I had in a boss fight. Like even though I died a bunch of times, it wasn't like rage inducing. Oh, I mean, Nightmare King Grim is my favorite. I fight him like every day. How many hours do we have on Hollow Knight now? I mean, even if you only do like one short fight of Nightmare King Grim. 73, I think. How long do you take to beat him? Like a couple of minutes? And I still haven't done Colo Trial 3. I don't know what Colo Trial 3 is though. Colo? What do you mean so? No, you don't mean so. Colosseum Trial. Oh, Pantheon, you mean, right? No! Colosseum. The Colosseum of Mortals you're talking about. Not Pantheon. Colosseum of Mortals. No, I haven't done that either. I did the first two. And got a bunch of monies and the Pale Ore. Colosseum of Fools. Right. Oh my god. Why do I keep saying Colosseum of Mortals? Oh, I know why. Oh my god. It's because of a book. My god. It's because of the Primal Hunter by Sogarth. There's one pretty long arc that's in the Colosseum of Mortals. A pretty cool arc. Pretty nice. And I keep confusing them for some reason because I've read like Colosseum of Mortals, like the word, so many times that my brain autocorrects Colosseum of Fools to Colosseum of Mortals. I wonder if the developers intended you to be the fool for attempting the Colosseum, or if it's a Colosseum of fools, like you're killing fools or fighting fools. Or maybe it's both. Everyone in the Colosseum is a fool. I wanna buy Silk Song so badly. But I feel like I should wait until the the winter sale, because there's a good chance it's gonna go on sale in like a week or something. And it would be pretty annoying to buy it now and then like have it go on sale a few days later. It's like either you're brave and strong enough to conquer it, or you were just a fool. Ooh, I like that interpretation. I was playing Silksong just now. Ooh. How much longer have you progressed? You unlocked 2 areas, right? Was that yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, 2 maps, but did some tasks from a board today. You'll understand when you begin. Ah, thank you for not spoiling. That's very considerate of you. Okay, interesting. I'm probably gonna play Silksong. I don't know if I said that to you, but I'm probably gonna play Silksong like the beginning of next year. That sounds so far away, but it's not that far away. Because it'll be gone in December, like most of December. Will you be streaming Silksong? Yeah, I will be streaming in Silksong. But I'm gonna begin it after New Year's. If it goes on sale on the winter sale, I'll buy it. If it doesn't go on sale on the winter sale, I'll still buy it. Noise. Yeah. That's also the reason why I'm waiting and not buying it immediately, because I'd only be able to like play it for a week anyway, so it's like I don't want to start playing it and then go on vacation and then come back a couple of weeks later. That's not very nice. Much better to wait and then start it and then do a full playthrough. It's good to wait if there's a chance to save money. Yeah, exactly. That's also a very good thing, because I'm not rich. I'm not rich. We need to save money wherever we can. I don't know when the Steam winter sale is though. I haven't even looked that up. When is the Steam winter sale? December 18th. And ends on January 5th. The 5th of January. During this period there will be discounts on thousands of games. Did I just turn your productive programming stream into a just chatting stream? Don't worry. Don't worry. Gojo was here like, I don't know, half an hour ago. And we spent like the first hour just talking about what? I don't know, random things. Like I haven't done anything literally. I've written like 1 line in 2 hours. I've written one line and read two answers. That's everything that's happened in 2 hours. It's been real productive. I'm having a good time though, so it's no issue. Our brain has also been like all mushy all day. So even if I like locked in and like activated 100% of my brain, it still wouldn't happen much. Like, yeah, half an hour and I've written one line. That's a pretty good indicator on how cooked I am today. Do you play any multiplayer Steam/Riot games? No, I played like I stopped playing League of Legends 2013. I played it like a lot before that. Like, this was very early. Like, the game wasn't... Like, when the game started becoming very big, it also began to get, like, so damn toxic. I just couldn't deal with it, so I stopped playing it. Oh, yes, you did mention. Okay. Other than that, I haven't actually played any Riot games. I did like the Arcane series though. If you haven't seen that one, it's really good, really good. Riot did good with that one. Otherwise, what kind of multiplayer games have I played? I've played some Minecraft multiplayer, Winecraft, like a MMO Minecraft server. I haven't played any Steam games multiplayer really though. Maybe some Path of Exile, a bit, not much though. Tried Valorant? No, I've never tried Valorant. To be honest, it's mostly because of bad I am at FPS games, I think. Like, I've never been one to play CS. Like Counter-Strike. I did play Overwatch 1. Oh, I think the only real multiplayer games I've played in recent years is probably like Elder Scrolls Online and Black Desert Online. But it's been a few years since then. I really like the combat in Black Desert, but it's such a shit game overall, really. And Elder Scrolls is... I like the lore, like I'm such a fan of the Elder Scrolls as a world, as a universe. But it's not a good MMO, not really. I've tried Valo, but it makes me realize I'm so bad at it. I feel like to be good at FPS games, you either like have to be born with a talent for it, or you need to spend an ungodly amount of time playing it to keep up. And that's the issue. I don't like games where I feel pressured into playing it to have fun, if that makes sense. Games like Hollow Knight and stuff like that. I don't know, Skyrim, Witcher, Cyberpunk, like single player games. That's my jam. Like that's where I really have fun. I can have fun in multiplayer games as well, but it's either gonna have to be a very new game, so that I'm like in the new player wave where everyone is as bad as I am, then I can have fun. Or this has to be a single player game, I think. Same thing with MOBAs. I feel climbing the ranks in MOBAs are quite difficult. I agree with your single player ideology. Yeah. Because to me it's like the only time multiplayer games are really fun is like when they release in the beginning. Because then everyone is bad and everyone is like exploring it for the first time. There's like no real pros. There's no meta, like... It's always like with multiplayer games, it feels like people start playing it to be good instead of playing it to have fun. Those aren't mutually exclusive, obviously, but some people play to like be good at all other, like at the expense of everything else. And I just don't understand that. It makes the game boring for everyone else, in my opinion. That's the only time everyone is actually having fun without focusing on mistakes. Yeah, exactly. So if like a multiplayer game released that looked like interesting to me, then I'd definitely try it out. But it's gonna take something pretty incredible for me to go back to like a already established title and start playing it. Like I never played Fortnite, for example. I'm never gonna play Fortnite. It's probably a great game, but I'm so far behind, I'm never gonna have fun playing it. Like, that's just how it is. Never played Fortnite, never gonna play it. Same. Yeah. Though there are other reasons as well. I'm just not the target audience for Fortnite, I don't think. They did some cool stuff though. Like, Fortnite as a platform is obviously like a huge success. I saw some videos on like how they implemented like Darth Vader as like AI. So you could like talk to Darth Vader while playing it. It was very random but very cool at the same time. Do you mind if I ask you your PC specs? No, I don't mind. What do I have? Well, my graphics card is a 3080, so it's a few generations old now. But still a good graphics card overall. And I have an AMD CPU. I always forget the specifications for this CPU. Wait, can I? Let's see. I'm just gonna see here if I can check system about. Can I check this section here? So an AMD Ryzen 9 16-core processor. And okay, I have a lot of RAM as well, so that's probably DDR3 or whatever you call those. It's been a couple of years. I built this PC 2000 and I don't remember. When did I build this PC? Holy, a Ryzen 9? I do remember buying a pretty good CPU whenever I built it. But it's honestly been such a long time since I even considered my specs. You have a strong combo for CPU and GPU. Wait, maybe I could also simply copy and check. This is the CPU. Damn, it's not cheap, is it? They still sell them. Like the device specifications in the Windows settings is so sparse. There's like no information. There's only like this processor name and how much RAM you have. RAM. I want to download some RAM. And it says it's 64-bit operating system, like it would be anything else today. Like it's always 64-bit today. who even runs a 32-bit system? Yeah, AMD CPUs with X are generally strong. Noise. Yeah. I mean, it's a good PC. It's probably gonna be a couple of years before I have the money and the inclination to actually upgrade anything. Especially today with like the prices we have today. Like the RAM prices are going crazy. And the GPU prices, don't get me started. I haven't really thought on CPU prices though. What about your PC? Do you have a powerhouse PC or more of a decent PC? Potato PC. Damn, man. Sorry to hear that. Still, I'd rather play on a potato PC than on a console. I have like a irrational stance on that, I think. I don't know, I just can't deal with like playing console games. I don't know. It's PC or nothing for me. Are you looking to upgrade, or are you, I don't know, maybe looking to buy something else? It's good enough to run Hollow Knight, Silksong and Dota 2, so I am good. Well, you don't need like a beast PC. And honestly, like the only games that really need like an incredible graphics card and processor and everything are the newest titles, and most of the newest titles suck ass anyways. So like, it's not like you're missing much. Like indie games are like the best games nowadays. And indie games often have like the least requirements on graphics. Though I would be, in your shoes, I would be pretty annoyed at not being able to play like titles such as Cyberpunk or Witcher, or not play it at decent graphic fidelity and frames. The only games that I want to play that I cannot right now on this PC are the God of War series. Yeah, I never played those, though I was tempted when I saw that it released on PC. I haven't actually... God of War and God of War Ragnarok. (2022). Oh, this is a very good score. I don't know why I imagined the port to be bad for this game, but that seems to be nonsense. With that rating, it's probably a good port. Well, I have heard good stuff about it. Nice game, nice story, nice graphics. Yeah, I do like one of the soundtracks. I had that in my Spotify list when I still had Spotify. A pretty like classical, a bit sad song. I don't actually remember the title of the song, but something... I think the word mother was in the song title, but I don't remember exactly. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. But it has good music, I've heard. Do you have multiple monitors? I have two. I have my 4K monitor here, which is... It looks very good for me, obviously. Like very crisp text, but it gets a bit compressed down on the on stream. And then I have a basic like secondary monitor to the left, a full HD one. Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. I would like a third one to the right here, because, well, now like my stream capturing software and the chat section is conflicting, and I also have like other applications open in the background that I would want to have like an overview over. But I can't have that and the streaming software at the same time. Like, so I'm probably gonna buy something like really cheap, like find something like a local seller selling something for like 10 or 20 bucks, like a really bad monitor, but seem to have something. Right, makes sense. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I hate spending money. I'm such a cheapskate. Well, I'm not a cheapskate. When I buy stuff, I usually buy like quality products. But I just hate spending money. So I usually like go without buying anything, and then I buy something very expensive. I don't know if you can relate. Some people are like me, and they don't like having stuff. Like I don't like having stuff. I like having like very few but high quality products that I actually use. Some people like having a lot of stuff for all niches and all scenarios. Knowing where to spend money is important, I feel. Yep, it's very important. But it's also important to know how much to spend. I'm a bit of an overspender on the things I care about. Same, okay. Because some people are like the complete opposite. Like they will buy like the cheapest shit, but when they need something, they will immediately buy it. Like immediately. They have so much stuff for all possible scenarios and everything. And I can't stand that. I don't like having stuff anywhere. I don't know. I'm probably... I wouldn't even want a third monitor unless I actually had a use for it, and I do have a specific use for it. I like to spend quite a bit of money on my keyboard because it's my everyday thing that I use for so many hours. That is a good use of your money on your keyboard. I bought a Corsair keyboard for... I don't remember how much it was, but it was pretty expensive when I bought it. And I bought it maybe... Ooh, damn, how long was that? Maybe 9 or 8 years ago. And I've used it like every day. And it's like such a quality build keyboard. Like you can feel the build quality. It's been great. I'm really glad of that purchase. Of course, it's so nice. Yeah, they have some good stuff. I'm not loyal to any specific brand when it comes to like electronics. Because sometimes like brands do like release, like good brands release poor quality stuff, but I feel like Corsair is one of the companies that release pretty decent products most of the time, and sometimes really good products. I have a Logitech mouse though, what's it called? A Logitech, can't spell, Logitech Superlight X, wait, not XX, X, is this one? I think this one. Yeah, this one. I love how like light this is, and that it's. Oh wait, no, it's not this one, is it? Yes, it is. Well, something like this one. I think it's this one. Like the mouse works perfectly on everything except for one thing, which is so annoying. Like the scroll wheel. Now it works. But sometimes it doesn't at all. Like it gets stuck in everything. It's so annoying. And then I need to like... I don't know if you can hear that. But that was me like violently scrolling. You need to do that to get like the dust of these internal sensors. Yes, can you hear? Yeah. You need to do that like for a couple of seconds to like get this scroll functionality back. It's such a annoying bug, and it's like if you like Google on the specific model, there's like a couple of Reddit threads with a lot of people having the exact same issue. So it's like a build quality thing or a build model specific thing. If that wasn't like something to worry about, I'd honestly rate this mouse like a 10 out of 10. It's great. I love it. Well, enough about my computer mouse. No one cares. I just had to get that off my chest because it's been so annoying. I've been so mad. Where was I? I don't remember. As long as you care, no one else matters. Exactly. That's the attitude you need to have. Oh, this one isn't even stuck to that one. Oh, now we have action going on. Do you do like anything other than gaming on your PC? Like, do you do some other types of programming now, or development, or art, or I don't know, anything? I like art and a weird hobby in which I like to try out different operating systems. Oh, are you on Linux perhaps? I guess if you're on Linux and you like art, then that's RIP, RIP for you. There's not a lot of good art software for Linux, which is so annoying. Yes, I switched to Linux because of how gorgeous Windows is these days. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hate Windows. I still use it, but I hate it. I use Krita. It works well for me. I've tried Krita as well. It's decent. For freeware, it's actually really good. But I want to have like a more complete suite, like the Affinity suite that I'm using here, or what else? I guess if I didn't use the Affinity suite, I'd want to have like, as much as I hate to say it, I'd probably need something like Photoshop. I've tried GIMP, but GIMP is not up to par. Oh, I still have a Windows install on my SSD for stuff Linux doesn't run at all. Oh, so you're dual booting. Yeah. I did that at one period. For like half a year. I ran Arch Linux, and I loved everything about that experience, except that there were so many applications that I needed that didn't run on Linux, and the Wine compatibility layer simply isn't good enough yet for all those applications. There's also a bunch of niche applications that you need to use while streaming. At least I need to use while streaming, that don't run on Linux. So I'm waiting for like Winboat or something similar to mature a bit before making the switch back to Linux. Gaming on Linux though is great. Like, it's crazy that you get like better performance on Linux than you get on Windows, even if the game isn't even made for Linux. That's insane. I suppose Valve, being the creators of Dota 2, still allows you to run Dota 2 on Linux. I hadn't considered that before, but they have like their own anti-cheat for that. Like, they don't have kernel level anti-cheat that would mess with Linux. Yeah, gaming has gotten quite good on Linux. All hail Proton. Yeah. All hail Gabe and all hail Proton. Yeah, Dota 2 has native Linux build. Ooh, the performance must be pretty neat then, if it's native. I'm just waiting for the day when, like, all the, like, big corpos wake up to the fact that Windows is dead and Linux is the future. Yep, smooth, nice. Noise. I feel like we're seeing like the precursor to people moving over to like Linux now. But it's still not the year of the Linux desktop. I think we'll need to have Microsoft continuing making like so many bad decisions for it to ever happen. Because Microsoft is all in like creating an agentic OS, like practically scrapping Windows and like replacing it with an AI agent that will do everything for you. And I feel like we need to have Microsoft putting all their attention on that and ignoring Windows for a pretty long time before corpos start making stuff for Linux. I don't know if you have like an AMD graphics card or a Nvidia graphics card, but something that the AI bubble, the AI boom, the AI invention, the AI hype train has created is luckily better Nvidia drivers for Linux. Because now that all the servers train AIs which run on Linux. Nvidia has finally put some love into like building the graphics driver for Linux. I have an Nvidia one, but it's super old. Okay, it's super old, then I guess you don't have many driver issues. But Nvidia's even gotten better like on creating Linux drivers even for their newer graphics cards now, which is very neat. But if you're on Linux, what kind of distro are you using? Are you on Fedora, Ubuntu, Arch, Temple OS, maybe? Maybe we have a fellow believer here. I say fellow. I haven't used Temple OS even once, but Fedora 43 with KDE. KDE is the GOAT. KDE Plasma is the best desktop environment. It's so good. It's like crazy good. I love all the customizations you can do. Like going from KDE Plasma back to Windows. It was like, I don't know, man. It was going from like infinite possibilities down to, I don't know, it felt like you were under strict supervision in North Korea or something. Like you can do nothing on Windows. Like this little taskbar section here, you can't customize it like you can on KDE, but even like I could live with that, not being able to customize like this section. But the fact that this section only shows up on your primary display and you can't have it mirrored to any other display, that's insanity. Because I want to have these on like, because I do have like a projector also to the, like connected to this PC, and I want to be able to like watch stuff on the projector and be able to like, you know, get into settings here and stuff like that and like change the volume, but you can't do it on any other display. It's so annoying. I hate Windows. I fucking hate it. Okay, enough raging about how bad Windows is. KDE is very nice. Though, aren't KDE creating an OS of their own? Aren't they like creating Cosmic or something? Oh, didn't mean to open that one. KDE Cosmic? Is that right? Cosmic? No. Wait. It's developed in Rust though. Rust is supposed to be very secure or very stable. Yeah, they're doing KDE Linux, the Banana project. Oh, so Cosmic is something else. KDE Banana project? I don't know. Banana. KDE Linux. Codename Project Banana is a KDE owned general purpose Linux based operating system. Okay. Banana. KDE distro. I feel like I haven't used Fedora, but I feel like Fedora seems to be the best OS for the most people at the moment. I don't know. It's just my uneducated opinion, but immutable Arch-based distro. Oh, Steam OS is actually an Arch-based distro. Gaben wants everyone to say I run Arch, by the way. The reason I chose to like do Arch Linux, I used like Linux Mint first for like a week as a test run, and then I switched to Arch. The reason why I did that was simply because I knew Steam OS was based on Arch, so I wanted to like get a preview on like the backbone of Steam OS. But if I like went to switch to Linux now, I wouldn't like go with Arch, I don't think. Even though I love the package manager, I'd probably like look into Fedora or yeah, probably Fedora or something else. Maybe even Endeavor OS, even if that's Arch based. It's not as such a hassle as like bare Arch or base Arch. Yeah, Fedora brings a good balance between updates and stability. Yeah, exactly. I don't really know. I don't like have a firm grasp on why I wouldn't want to run Debian, but it seems to me like Debian is too corpo for my taste. I don't know. I say that while I'm on Windows, but I'm on Windows because I don't have a choice. If I went to Linux, I'd do that because I had a choice, and then I wouldn't want to go to like the most surveilled, most corpo Linux project or distribution. Though I don't know, like, I don't have facts on how accurate that is. I do have a friend who runs Debian and everything, though that's for his work. He's like a software engineer and their company runs it, so he's obviously going to be very comfortable on that OS. If you want to do something Arch based, Catchy OS has been a fan favorite these days. Yeah, that was the one I thought about. I confused that one with Endeavor OS, but yeah, Catchy OS. You often see like if you're on Proton DB and look at games, it's often like Fedora, like Bare Arch or like Catchy OS. Very many people like Catchy OS. Yeah. But as I said, I'm just waiting until either the compatibility layer, like the compatibility layers, get better on Linux, or Windows apps or programs get ported to Linux en masse. I won't make the switch before that. And that's only because I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, then I'd probably do this switch and then have a dual boot running as well, like you're doing with Windows. Though doing a dual boot, I don't know. Dual booting Windows and Linux feels like, some people say it's like the best of two worlds, but for me it's like the worst of both. Because if you run Linux, you want to be on Linux all the time because it's so much better, and then you get forced to like restart your PC and boot into Windows, and it's like, really? The pain! Please let the suffering end, please. Just let my Windows drive crash. Yeah, the dependency on Windows is still quite huge. It's very huge. Ginormous. And it's also... it's also like the 32-bit systems. like Linux now, at least most distributions seems to be moving away from like 32-bit and all of that, and like going for Wayland and stuff like that as well. Getting away from, what's it called, there's X Wayland, but that's not that. It's X11, that's the one. They're moving away from X11 and all that standardizing stuff, and like getting rid of old dependencies that no one knows what to do with anymore. Windows just doesn't do that. It just gets more and more bloated each year. I never thought I'd find such a like mind on Twitch. It's very nice. Very nice. Sometimes the algorithm does work, though. I mean, Twitch's algorithm does suck. So that you found a like-minded fellow on Twitch is actually quite a miracle. It's actually quite a miracle. Especially like a very, very small streamer as me. Like, it's pure luck. It's a miracle, literally. On YouTube, I'd like buy it, because on YouTube they have such good algorithms. Like they find you on YouTube. Twitch though, they only like sort people from like most viewers to least viewers, and that's it. There's like no algorithm tailoring your experience at all. I think the most the algorithm does is like it recommends channels that, like if you're on a streamer's channel on Twitch, it will recommend like other channels that people who watch that streamer also watches. And that's it. I think that's the extent of the Twitch algorithm. And that's crazy. After all these years, they still haven't like upgraded it. My internet went haywire for a second. Sorry about that. For a minute, okay. No problem, no problem. It's so annoying also that you can't like backtrack on Twitch. Like even like now that your internet went haywire for a second or for a minute. Like you won't be able to watch like the part of the stream that you missed now. You'd have to go into the VOD and then do it that way. Unless you're subscribed, which is crazy. Subscribers can rewind a stream. I don't know why they'd lock that behind monetization, but I guess Twitch gonna do whatever Twitch is gonna do. Yeah, give money, get rewind. Yeah. Rewind. Maybe YouTube got PTSD from their own rewind, so they made rewind available as a feature on all streams. So people would stop associating YouTube rewind with their horrible, horrible attempt at a community project. It is still kind of crazy that like the internet bullied YouTube or Google into stopping doing rewind. They gave the video so many dislikes. Like they just said, okay, we go up, we won't do it anymore. Like instead of simply listening to the community and actually doing what the community wanted, they simply gave up. That's crazy to me. Like, it's so petty somehow. Sometimes I don't understand how minds behind these giant companies work. I feel like if big companies make a bad decision, it's probably because of two reasons. One, it's a stupid person who makes the decisions. Two, there are too many people making the same decision, or making decisions on the same thing. It's like corporate overlap, so they have like a bunch of smart people, but they all have different visions, and then all these different visions conflict, and they have to compromise and do something in the middle that's neither good nor bad, but just meh. So sometimes, like, these giant companies somehow manage to like make average products, or sometimes straight up bad products. At least that's my theory as to why. Because some decisions are like, how the hell did you even come to this conclusion? Like, this makes no sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a bunch of ego as well. Like some upper management having like their own like blood, sweat and tears into a project, and I don't want to like take advice from anyone else, and they're gonna ride their own ego until the end, no matter the consequences. It is kind of crazy when you think about it, because most like upper management on like giant corporations in the Western world, no matter how bad they fail, nothing will ever happen to them. Like they can just like give their resume to another company when they've done their part, and then they can simply switch. Even if they made a horrible mess. I will never understand how that works. Yeah, true. True, brother. True. It is kind of crazy. I guess they must blame the failure on those below them. That has to be the reason. Or maybe they don't care. I don't know. Man, you don't hate corporates enough. Corpos, man. If you play like... You haven't played Cyberpunk, but if you play Cyberpunk, you will really like see the... Like the view of the corpos that they try to hide. At least that's my opinion. There are so many corpos that like Cyberpunk captures so well. Like the ambience, the casual cruelty, and the like ego, arrogance and all that. It's just chef's kiss cinema. I want to play the DLC as well. I've only played like the base game. So maybe at some point I'll do that as well. Oh, Cyberpunk, I see. I'll maybe try it after any PC. Yeah. I feel like Cyberpunk is a game you'd want to play on a good PC. I mean, it's a gorgeous game. Absolutely gorgeous. It had a very rocky launch. But I mean, it's... Like going around a night city like this, it's amazing. It's such a vibrant city and everything. It's a good game. Good story. Good mechanics. Yeah. Though you wanna have a good PC. Definitely. It's so annoying though. Especially for you. If you like wanna buy a PC pretty soon, like at least in the next couple of years. The AI boom has really fucked you. And people like you. Who like wanna buy a new PC. At this point, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to like wait for like China to start creating better chips or something, and then you have to like trade the risk of having spyware on your hardware, but simply to be able to afford a graphics card. Look at these situations and I am like, what can I even do? Yeah. I feel like there's nothing you can really do. But also, I don't know, Nvidia has obviously pivoted towards data centers and like providing GPUs for AI training because that's so much more lucrative. Like most, I think like maybe 80-90% of their whole income comes from like providing AI companies and data centers with GPUs. So they don't really care about like the PC market. And AMD has also begun providing pretty much most of their GPUs to data centers, which is a shame. Because I thought like maybe AMD would be like the competitor to Nvidia who'd care about like the gaming community, but it's corpo. Of course they don't care about the community, they care about the profits. But we almost need a new company to come up from the ground and like start making graphics card for end users and not for corpos. But I mean, I can understand also the reasoning. They want to have like also they want to be able to control everything, and the future is probably gonna be cloud gaming anyways. So they're probably preparing for that as well. As long as the profits are rolling, communities for training data. True. True. Man, it's crazy how much data they have. I feel like this is the future I fear, but also the future I see as the most likely. It is that individual like components, like next gen components for like private persons like you and me, whatever, will stay really expensive for the foreseeable future, and we're gonna see more and more like cloud infrastructure taking over everything. Like, this is my tinfoil hat moment, but I think like Nvidia and AMD and all of those companies, like, I think they like are anticipating the cloud being everything. So they're selling to like cloud companies, and these cloud companies are then gonna offer subscription services for everything, such as gaming, series, I don't know, everything. And that way both are gonna make more money in the long term. And the only ones that will be able to like host their own stuff will be like enthusiasts that have the capital, that have a lot of money. Privacy was also a reason for me to make the switch to Linux. Windows doesn't even allow a local account anymore without using CMD tricks. I don't want that. Nope. I only have local accounts on my PC. But I had to like use the CMD trick, like it was the only way. And it's so annoying, but I mean it's worth it to get a local account. Me too, yeah. I mean, I don't want all my data to go to a company. Like, there's no reason for all my data to go to a company. Like, if I paid for not for Linux, if I paid for Windows, then I should be able to use Windows. So I suppose that's the trade you make. Like, they offer a quote-unquote free upgrade to Windows 11. And the price is your soul. Your data and your soul. If it's worth the price? Honestly, to me the answer is no. It's not worth the price. But it's such a security risk to stay on Windows 10. And yeah. I'm a slave to the convenience, honestly, of just letting it be. I'm gonna roll with Windows as long as I need and as long as I'm able, but the moment I can make the switch, I'm making it. As they say, if something is for free, then you are the product. Yep. That has never been more true than now. Like, I'm not inherently against like being the product, because they're like, imagine if you couldn't do it like that. Like, just imagine the internet without like this, like the data collection advertising business. Every web page you loaded, you would have to pay for it. Like, you would have to pay probably even to be able to load a web page, because sending a request to like a company's servers would cost them electricity. So everything would be locked behind a paywall otherwise, without like the data collection and the advertisement. And that's like, that would be entirely unsustainable. Well, I suppose that system might have like some automated process, so like you'd have an account and then you'd like fill that account with some money, and then you'd be able to browse, and then as you browsed different web pages, they would slowly drain all your funds from that account. When you watch like videos, such as a YouTube video, you listen to music, you scroll Reddit, whatever the case, they like pull the funds from that account. It's definitely one way to do it, but honestly, like the advertising way is the only way to do it. Or should I say maybe that as long as you can provide a service for quote-unquote free in the exchange for ads, none will pay for this actual service itself. They'd rather trade their own data than their own money, which makes sense. I mean, there are a bunch of like websites I'm using that I'm not paying for, and I wouldn't pay for. I'd simply stop using those websites if I had to pay for them. I'm sure you're the same. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe even on Twitch for you. Maybe you'd never use Twitch if you had to pay for it, or maybe you're a Twitch Turbo user and then you are paying for it. But then you're also not getting the ads, though they're still collecting the data on you, so I guess Twitch is winning, aren't they? In that case, they get your money and your data. Yeah, I never paid for Twitch. Okay, they only get your data in that case, but you get my meaning. Like, would you be on Twitch if you had to pay for it? Oh, BRB, okay. I'm also gonna be right back. And I'm back. I'm fast like that. I have no more tea. Damn it. Damn it. Oh my god. I have done nothing on this. Okay, let's try and finish this one at least. So I can see that I've done one part. So here's the simple step logic. We need to write inside your forward method to fix these bugs, calculate the raw scores, which we do. And then scale optional, which we do. And Y, prevent some, okay, softmax, spiky, okay. Mask, use mask fill to set the future position of to infinite. Mask fill, is that the trill thing? How do we use mask fill? What does that even mean? I don't even remember that one. I don't remember. Softmax should be pretty easy to apply though. Let's clear up the mystery of mask fill. It sounds technical, but the concept is actually quite simple. The concept is stencil. Think of mask fill like using a stencil and a can of spray paint. The canvas you tensor the way matrix for tension scores. Mask a grid of true and false or ones and zeros. That is your stencil. The fill value, the color of the paint, in your case float negative infinite. Okay. The function looks at your mask. Whether the mask says yes or satisfies the condition, it completely covers up the original number and replaces it with your fill value. Okay, so we have a small 3x3 grid of raw scores, like so. And we have our lower triangular mask, trill. Oh, that's a triangular mask, okay, trill. Like so. We want to say everywhere the trill is 0, the future. Replace the score with minus infinite. Okay, that makes sense because that's gonna be 0 then. When we run way masked, fill trill equals 0, negative infinite. It checks the stencil. Is the top middle 0? Yes, replace 2.0 with negative infinite. Okay, why negative infinity? We use negative infinity because that what comes next, softmax. And we want that to be in 0 there, yeah. Now let's look at the syntax. Tensor.masked fill, we never use that, do we? No, we do not. So we do this here, then way equals tensor dot masked fill. Wait, why can't we do tensor? Or we need way, of course, because way is a tensor. So masked fill, and then it's mask condition value to fill. And do we do torch.trill way here as well? Equals 0. So if that's equals 0, then we set that to negative infinite. Why can't be? Why is he complaining about that? Is it like this? Negative infinity. Let's see, what does it say here? Exactly. Negative is not defined. You're definitely getting closer. You have the overall structure, but there are 4 specific bugs in this block that will either crash the code or break the learning logic. The negative infer, you're right, Python doesn't know what negative inf is by default. Fix use float. Okay, so float. And then we use the single quotes to signal a character negative infinity, probably. That's my guess. And then the masking logic, the stencil. Look close at this line. The bug you're running trill on way itself. Way currently contains attention scores like torch to the way preserves the bottom triangle of those scores and put zeros in the top right. Oh, okay. I guess that would be pretty bad. On your score, but not really on position. If a valid score just happened to be 0.0, you would accidentally mask it out. Fix we need a clean separate stencil made of ones, just like the code you wrote at the very top of the function. The bug way currently contains numbers like negative infinity, 15, 2. If you multiply data by negative infinity, you get none, not a number, and the model breaks. The fix you must pass away through f.softmax to turn these scores into nice probabilities between 0 and 1. But are you not overlooking something? We set way to torch.ones and then torch.trill far above in the forward method. But that all gets overwritten further down when way becomes the q dot k dot transpose product. I don't know if I'm tripping or if this is tripping. Maybe both? Maybe neither? You're absolutely right! You spotted exactly why the hybrid code was broken in the old averaging approach. Yes. The correct sequence we need to perform operations on a specific order to transform those raw scores into final attention weights. Wait, first we need to make sure the model can't see the future. What function helps do that? I mean... my question is, should I delete those are on the same indentation, very important, because these are overwritten anyways. Should delete the block. The last you identified created a static averaging matrix. Since we immediately overwrite the way, with the result these lines are doing useless work and confusing the logic. Okay, so these are supposed to be gone. I guess. I kind of want to copy everything that's going on here, because this looks so clean compared to the garbage we have here. Loss calculation same as before. This is the loss calculation. So it's only this part here, because we have logit self.lm head. So 6 final projection. This is unchanged. Past x through the logit's head. And here we have this for the v, obviously, because we have the self value here. We also do way equals f.softmax of the way. Do you know the way? And dimension of, for the last, we do it on the last dimension. So 5 softmax and aggregation. And then what? Here for masking. Masking the stencil. Masking. Also we want to do trill equals torch.trill torch.once t device equals idx.device. Ooh. And then we're doing here, we're doing trill equals 0. That should be everything. Yeah. So we're masking that to the stencil. We're creating the stencil, we're masking it to the stencil. And then is it... three attention scores. That's... I think we can copy this command, because that's probably pretty useful. And... it says 32 here. Scaled by the square root of head size. Oh, why did those change from single quotes to weird? I guess it doesn't matter, probably. And then we have the key, query, and value. So we're first creating the... Ooh. Interesting. So in this section here, we're doing the token embedding first. Embeddings. So we're not doing posx arrange. We're doing that here. Okay, so pos embed becomes self.position embedding table, and instead of passing that along, we're doing that inside of it. I guess we could do that. Might make it a bit more complex to read, but it's more compact. Setting that to the device. So we don't need this one. Let's also get the order correct here. That should be everything. Then do 7 loss calculation. Maybe we should actually put that here. Oh, old habits. Return logits if we're not training. I think that's true. Let's see, save, and then we copy paste this. I want to see what it says. Is this correct? And also, where do I have? Head. Also, I made head size a self dot variable that I call. It's set to 16. Is that wrong? I see you set yours to 32 for some reason. A self variable that gets initialized in init. Example. Hopefully it will green light this code. You have absolutely nailed the logic for the forward pass. You correctly implemented the scaled dot product attention blueprint. Scores q dot k, head size, masked fill with negative infinity, softmax, aggregate with the values. The code logic itself is perfect. However, you're about to walk into a shape mismatch trap because of the head size. The Y32 mystery. You ask it sets to 16. Is that wrong? It's not wrong in the sense that attention can have any size. However, in our current architecture, it creates a broken pipe at the very end. Let's trace the shapes in your current code. Input X starts with size 32, number of embeddings. I do think we have... it's default to that, yeah. Attention, you project it down to head size 16 to create question key and value. Query key and value. Aggregate x equals way dot v. Since v is size 16, the result x is now size 16. Oh, they crash. You finally call logit equals self.lm head x. Look at how lm head was defined in init. Oh, it takes the number of embedding dimensions, which we set to 32. To trap, your LM head is waiting for an input of size 32, but you're handing it an output size of 16. PyTorch with throw and matrix multiplication error. Why we usually match them for now? In a full transformer, we often use multi-head attention, where we might have 4 heads of size 8 totaling 32. They get concatenated back together to restore the original size. Interesting. That would make it... the modularity would make it more compatible, I guess. Since we are currently building a single head model, it is easiest to keep the pipe the same width the whole way through. If x comes in as 32, let's keep it as 32. This is especially important for the next topic, residual connections, which requires the input and output sizes to be identical so we can add them. X plus new x. Okay, the fix to get this running smoothly, let's align the dimensions. Action in your init, change the default head size to match and embed 32, or just pass it to when you create the class instance. Let's switch that to the default of 32 then. That should fix that. Once you align those numbers, run the code. Okay, so .ven /script activate.ps1, and then we run python master file.py. All right, we're calculating the loss. We're going immediately from almost pi to a pretty low number. That's a pretty low loss. Ooh, and the text is also a lot clearer now. We're building a test, we're building a test, we're building a test, we're building a... so A here somehow got... What was the data again? Hello, what this is a test. We are building a brain. Oh, so it confused those. Interesting. So it mismatched those pretty badly, but okay. Let's see, I'm gonna copy from there all the way to the end here. It seems we made some progress at least. That's pretty neat. We are building a test, we are building a test, we are building a test. That is a fantastic result. The code ran successfully, which means your dimensions are perfectly aligned. The analysis, the loss, look at that drop. It went from 3.14 down to 0.27. A loss of approximately 2 means the model is roughly 80 to 90% confident in its predictions. It has effectively memorized the training data. Old model, A. Yeah, new model, we are building a test, we're building a test. Observation, it creates a grammatically correct sentence that didn't exist in the original text. Original, this is a test, we're building a brain. Model remix, we're building a test. This proves the self-attention is working. The model is looking back at previous words to understand the structure. We are building, but it got a little confused between the two sentences because it only has one attention head to look at everything at once. I see. Answering why 32. You asked earlier if it's set to 16. Is that wrong? It wasn't wrong, but it would have made the next step impossible. In a transformer, we use something called residual connection, or a skip connection. We want to take the input x and add the result of that attention to it. Okay. Add the result of the attention to it. To add two tensors, they must have the exact same shape. Input X was size 32, attention output was size 16. Okay, by setting head size to 32, we ensure the output is the same size as the input, keeping the pipeline smooth. The next level, multi-head attention. Right now, your model has one single quote-unquote eye, one head. It has to use that one eye to learn grammar, vocabulary, and context all at the same time. That is why it mixed up a brain and test. It got overwhelmed. To fix this, we give the model multiple eyes. Head 1 might focus on who is doing the action, we. Head 2 might focus on what is the object, brain. Okay. Self-attention layer. Feed forward layer. Okay. If you want to upgrade to 4 heads, but if we want to upgrade to 4 heads, but we still need the final output to be 32. To keep the pipeline safe, we should do the head size of each what should the head size of each individual head be? A good question. Okay, so it's very late. Even though we didn't get a lot done, it's been a very fun stream. Bunch of chatting on a variety of topics. Maybe next time there'll be less chatting and more progress. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I'm not sure yet if tomorrow's stream is going to be a gaming stream or it's going to be more programming. We'll just have to see how I feel tomorrow. So, yeah, no plan for that. Other than that, I'm going to have to end it immediately. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. And yeah, take care. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!